looks like the music industry is headed for a crash landing, and companies like Ticketmaster, surprise, surprise, are not helping matters whatsoever. Talking more about that coming up next. Hi, my name is Frank. Welcome back to Sundays on Channel 33 RPM, your channel for vinyl, gear, and more. I've been working from home now and semi-self-isolating for like 3 weeks or so. I lost my glasses. They're somewhere in this place, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. So much has changed in the world and continues to change. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to focus solely on music. And of course, concerts continue to be canceled. Some major releases from artists are being delayed, and there appears to be no end in sight to any of this sort of stuff. I figured it's a good time to therefore talk about what the music industry is going to look like once this whole thing is done, and have things changed forever. Alright, so I pulled up some articles here that have caught my attention recently and this week, and here's one that says concerts and festivals won't be back until autumn 2021, according to a healthcare expert. So, I mean, it's now spring of 2020, so we are talking about a year and a half from now, which is absolutely crazy. I know I was supposed to see Alice Cooper a week or two back, and that concert was officially postponed until October. Tons of other concerts have been canceled, but many are still on the books. I'm thinking about you, Motley Crue and Def Leppard, with a stadium tour this summer. I think at this point, I mean, those tickets those shows are still going on, but it's kind of crazy to actually think about whether they'll actually proceed, and it's being, I think, overly optimistic. So that's one thing I saw this week, is when they do reopen the world, it's going to reopen gradually in phases, and some of the last things to kind of resume are concerts. So there's this other article I've seen all over the place. The one I got here is from USA Today, where it talks about Ticketmaster, and says Ticketmaster has quietly clarified its refund policy, sparking outrage. I'm going to bleep out that C word. Reading this article, it says Ticketmaster has updated the wording of its refund policy for postponed events. The New York Times reported that a page on Ticketmaster's website used to say refunds are available if your event is postponed, rescheduled, or canceled. Now that everything's been postponed and rescheduled anyway, the page has been edited to say refunds are available if your event is canceled. So, of course, none of these events, I guess, technically have been canceled. They've been postponed or rescheduled. And, of course, this is making a lot of people angry, because people have spent hundreds of dollars on many of these shows. The money's all tied up and they can't get the money back. And, of course, companies like Ticketmaster don't want to give this money back because they're earning huge interest off of it. And then, I don't know, maybe money's gone to the artist, who knows, but this money's all tied up. So from what I understand, there's really no money to give. All right, I'm hopping into this video quickly. After all the controversy this week, Ticketmaster has issued a statement. Ticketmaster, by the way, is owned by Live Nation. In this statement, they say Ticketmaster serves as a sales platform for event organizers worldwide. Our standard practice is for our clients to hold the cash from ticket sales. So they are essentially saying they can't refund your money because the clients now have this money. Who the clients are, I'm not sure. Is that the artists? Maybe it is. So this is a story that's obviously not going away anytime soon. As the world turns, dear 33ers, now back to your regularly scheduled programming. And of course, the other thing I'm seeing now in the world of music is that albums are being delayed due to the C word again. I almost said it. For example, I had ordered the new Corb Lund album. It's supposed to come out in April. That's been delayed, but according to articles I'm seeing online, we're seeing new releases from artists like Alicia Keys, the 1975 Alanis Morissette, a bunch of Prince reissues, Willie Nelson album, Lady Gaga, And this goes on, and these were supposed to come out this spring, and now these have been delayed. Who is buying music right now? Many of us rely on services like Amazon to deliver these products to us, and Amazon is not delivering. It really comes down to the money of it too. So many people are out of work right now and don't really have a lot of extra cash for these sorts of frivolous things. Let's call them frivolous things. The other thing too is, can you actually produce these things? Are record plants actually operating, or are they shuttered right now? Are they essential services? I'm assuming most of them are closed as well. So given all that, let's go back to my original question I posed here at the beginning of the video. And that was, what will the music industry look like given all this when the world situation is over, and have things changed forever? And I do think, if not forever, things have changed really for the foreseeable future. Some experts are saying the big concert biz might be done until, as I said, the fall of 2021. But let's assume that some concerts are allowed to resume this fall. Maybe this summer, but let's be realistic. I think a lot of people are going to be wary of sort of these large gatherings of people, particularly after all the stuff that we've been hearing. So in that respect, I think the large concert business really is doomed for a long time. Plus, there's so many bitter feelings that so many of us have against Ticketmaster, and they're holding the money. And the price of concert tickets has really gotten ridiculous. So in this downtime, I think a lot of people are sort of reevaluating their priorities, and spending $200 on a Rage Against the Machine ticket really seems kind of trivial at this point in time. The other area too is music and new releases. I know we are music nerds, and we are going to continue buying music when we can, but really with the general public, the majority of people, I'm going to say the majority of people are already streaming music. Physical media is really not on its deathbed, but it's certainly not as healthy as it once was. So again, people have new priorities. Are people going to be spending all this cash on physical products like CDs? But I'm okay with that. I prefer the smaller shows. I'm more than happy to see scaled down productions, and as a result, ticket prices go down. We'll continue buying music, but I think I'll be more selective about it, which I have been even before this all began, because really, how many records do we need? I love music, but we only have a certain amount of time and a certain amount of hours in our days to listen to it all. So yes, the world has changed. I'm not sure if it's going back, but as I said, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. All right, 33ers, let me know what you thought of today's episode in the comments below. Where do you think this is all going? Where is the music industry going to end up when the situation is done? Are you going to change your spending habits? Or you can change anything you do? I would love to know in the comments below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a quick thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? But most importantly, dear 33ers, stay healthy, stay safe, because I want to see you back here again next week. Until then, keep on spinning.